And the year was 1936. There it is. They're looking at the Bay Bridge, which hadn't even opened yet. It's Myrna Loy and William Powell. It's the second in the 6 Thin Man movies, and there they are. I mean, this is the book. It's called. It's a beautiful shot here. The book is called Myrna Loy, the Only Good Girl in Hollywood. Quite a difference from when you wrote about Mae West. Welcome, Emily Leider. I'm so glad you're here, Emily.
Glad to be here.
You know what? Talking about Oscars today, and I'll be talking about Oscars like crazy the day after right here on KRON. But she never won an Oscar or was even nominated.
She got an honorary Oscar.
Right.
She was a presenter for Midnight Cowboy. No, she thought that Oscar had it in for her.
How perfect, the only X-rated movie to ever win an Oscar, Midnight Cowboy, and she's presenting it. But you know, she had so much sexuality in her, it's not that surprising.
She was sexy, and she started out playing bad girls, even though personally she was a good girl. She was typed as an evil vixen in the silent era.
What do you mean personally she was a good girl? Because she's a girl who got around.
She didn't sleep around in Hollywood.
Ah, amazing.
In her starlet years, John Ford is the one who said, wouldn't you know, the one they have playing tramps is the only good girl in Hollywood. So that's where my title comes from.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And she was good in other ways. She was just a really kind, thoughtful, generous person.
She was involved in politics, too. She looked outside herself instead of being completely self-absorbed and self-obsessed.
And as we have discussed, this is not a commonplace thing among movie stars, because in order to be a movie star, you have to have a great deal of drive and push, and you have to be focused on yourself. And a lot of people forget about everybody else.
Right. So once in a while, you get someone like Paul Newman or Robert Redford or Angelina Jolie. You get some people who actually go outside themselves, or Audrey Hepburn with UNICEF.
Oh, yeah,
but here, she was involved in democratic politics, especially with Adlai Stevenson.
Involved with the United Nations.
And the UN, yes.
She was there at the beginning, being an advocate for the UN. She became a delegate to UNESCO.
But most people know her, of course, as Nicanor Charles, the Thin Man. And everybody thought she was married to William Powell. No, Mousy Powell used to get very mad about that.
That's right. The Thin Man was what she was best known for. That and Best Years of Our Lives.
I can't believe she wasn't nominated for that. It's such a remarkable performance.
Go figure.
Yeah, and everyone loved her. Who were her best friends in Hollywood?
Joan Crawford was a good friend. They were starlets together. They played Coreens in Pretty Lady. And they remained friends, although they didn't really travel in the same circles.
Well, I am telling you, folks, this book makes Hollywood come alive. It is so terrific. There it is. It's called Myrna Loy, the Only Good Girl in Hollywood. Emily Leider, who's also given us the books about Rudy Valentino, about Mae West. I mean, your books have been wonderful and scandalous. And there's a couple scandals in here, considering she was a good girl.
She did have 4 divorces.
Yeah. So that's not that good. Yeah, it's a lot to see, and she's an amazing character. So here it is, Myrna Loy. Pick it up, folks. And I am so excited about this year's Academy Awards. But let me show you some movies to rent. If you've already seen movies like My Week with Marilyn, Hugo, The Artist, then check some of these out. Myrna Loy on DVD. After The Thin Man, that was done in San Francisco. 1 or 2 of the Thin Man movies filmed right here. You get to see early San Francisco. The Best Years of Our Lives, Test Pilot. I love that with Clark Gable, and she was very good with strong men like that.
Libeled Lady.
Oh, Libeled Lady, also fabulous.
Jean Harlow.
Mr. Blanding's Business Dream House with Cary Grant. And so all of those are very good to see. Okay, Myrna Loy, and later on we're going to talk with Pat Fatucci about the business of show business. To you to tell us all about the weather, Janu.